Hey guys, this is Dave coming to you from the mc.dadsRfunny.com fan server as we are about to reopen. We've taken some of the, oh look, I'm cow of the world. Oh. It's like the Titanic gone wrong. I don't know if that's Rose or Jack. Anyway, back to the storyline here. This is the mc.dadsRfunny.com fan server. This is the port area of Marsh, the town of Marsh, the kingdom of Marsh, whatever you want to call it. And we've sort of been spending some time building the infrastructure for a new server map on this server for 1.7 Minecraft and ultimately 1.8 Minecraft, etc. You'll see a few things you might recognize from a long time ago, namely these cranes and some of the warehouse buildings. We've modified them just a little bit, but basically all you guest players, if you wonder where all the bricks come from, blocks, wood planks for Guest Island, well, this port's busy sucking in all kinds of cargo from the cargo ships that arrive periodically. And as we move closer to town, you'll notice some fort defenses there. And whoa, this is the castle part of the kingdom theme, and built into the terrain there. If you'll notice, this is also somewhat reminiscent of the original fan server concept back in 2011. We started working on that. I think we opened in January of 2012, about 2 years ago. Now, down here we have a extra little piece we didn't have room for last time around, and this is a barracks, if you will. And we've got lots of barrack buildings along with kind of an admin building. Big flag here. And we have, as a special bonus, check this out. Whoa. Now with the puzzle block, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, we have a latrine for the troops. And lo and behold. Oh, wait, we're missing a cauldron. Hold on, let me get a cauldron in there. Doggone it, I thought I put that in there. Hold on. Out of F1 mode. Water. All right, so the the cauldron. There we go. Now that looks like a proper little vent there. Vent the noxious gases that one would expect. Don't fall in. All right, we've got plenty of leaky latrine material here. This is great. And again, part of this sort of theme of the Kingdom of Marsh. We've got barracks here. I'm going to let you guys explore some of the buildings, but I'll show you a few of them. These barracks can house 20 folks. I guess, what, 18 troops and what looks like 2 NCOs per building. So we have about 200 troops for the castle protection outfit, and a nice little admin building here. And we also have something that's really awesome, which is the stables. And the stables are basically like a working stables with an area that people could, do shoeing and stuff. And there's a neat little lava furnace. That's nice. And I want to thank all the admins and folks that helped build all of these. The list goes on and on, but basically we're going to go look at the admin board and you'll see those names shortly. Now, you can see you have lots of hay, lots of kind of thematic elements, and we're building on this notion of a kind of a Napoleonic or kingdom, castle, royal deal like we did the first time around. We also have another interesting thing which I'm really loving, and this piece I actually helped build and kind of thought this out ahead of time, and I'm kind of proud of it. Let me see if I can do this. We built some archery. Oh, did I just... Yes! First shot. Did you see that? Well, I'm glad I got that on tape. Nobody believed me. So, basically, you have to hit the bullseye right in the middle there. And if you do, until the arrow despawns anyway, you'll get another chance. But until the arrow despawns, you get kind of a locked pattern and a firework. So you get gratification and recognition for your bullseye. And we also have another kind of similar idea here, where you could shoot the... Come on, zombie. Whoa. All right. So we have a little combat simulator here, which is kind of nice. And, oh yeah, and if you're interested in maintaining the archery range, you got this nice little build here. So you can come up through here and keep yourself protected from people shooting arrows. And there's like a warning lamp. There we go. So that tells people not to fire. Hopefully, so you don't get your head blown off. All right, now we have a reviewing stand. This is really cool. So you could imagine some sort of king in the throne there, watching, maybe taking a pot shot with a few of their own arrows. Nice master sword over here. More castle action here. Loving the castle, built into the terrain as usual, much like the original Marsh. There's so many builds here, guys. I'm probably not going to be able to go over them all, but the castle is one in particular that you just love to look at. I think it's a great build. And let me just go down here. This is kind of the old plaza. Now, you're going to remember some of this stuff from the previous server. We did carry it over. But in this case, we've revamped with this awesome set of bridges and towers the central zone, including a map, which we haven't quite finished updating. But this is basically your spawn zone for new folks who arrive. And in case you don't understand the process, new to the server, go here. Now, this is the portal to guest world. I'm going to let you explore that, but basically you'll find all the signs you need to understand how to go from being a guest to a player. Now, here's our list of folks. Let me turn off the old F1 there. We've got the Almighty Pure Dragon, Shadowburn, Naruto Bleach, Pokemon 123, T-Man, Homestar 87, Max Warriors, Awesome Allen, Ill Kitty, Shy, Gary, a.k.a. the Merc, also known as the Warden. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bram, good old Bram, and one of the new admins, PokeCam. And you may remember PokeCam from Minecraft in a previous video or two. All right, so whoops. Let's take another kind of aerial shot here. This is the center of town. One thing I want to mention is that we're trying to keep the builds, other than obviously this awesome but slightly out of theme sign, we're trying to keep them in the theme of, you know, castles, churches, observatories, towers, flags, that kind of thing. So for those of you who have privileges to build either in Marsh or in the outskirts, remember that core map areas will be thematically monitored. So we want to make sure that if you want to build a giant lollipop as a house, maybe move outside of Marsh a little bit. And I'm going to show you an example of an awesome house in a minute that kind of fits that bill. That is, well, it's kind of a quasi thematic match. I don't know. It's looks a little more modern to me, but I like it. I also like the plaza here. This is possibly a little more modern as well. I don't know. It's got some arches in there. But this is going to be filled potentially with your shop. We're going to allow players and citizens, or perhaps citizens, I'm not sure if players have the privilege, but a certain subset of folks will have the privilege to build a shop and sell items. That'll be fun. You guys have used Chest Shop before on the server. And that kind of is a quick summary of the, there we go, of the center of the map. And let's do this. Let's take a look at the actual map itself. You can see up in the upper left, that's where we entered town in the port, guarded by those two forts, which actually don't quite yet appear on the map, all of them. The stables, the barracks, the center of town. You'll also notice a build that is sort of at the bottom center of the screen. We're going to go take a look at that as well. That's going to be a fun one. Well, depending on your perspective. Let's just take a peek this way. Whoa. All right. I'm just going to walk like I'm experiencing it like a player for the first time. And you hopefully won't have to go here, but if you do, I think you'll remember it. This is actually our, I don't want to call it our high-profile jail, but it's a jail that has a little bit more theme to it. This is the reference that we made to the 1984 term. It's called a joy camp, which is really just a euphemism for a forced labor camp. But if you've read 1984, you'll understand the reference. But anyway, enough literature. Let's go back and check out Joy Camp, established, ironically, in 1984. Now, I'm going to let you guys experience the interior, but I do want to show you on your own, but I do want to show you the exterior. This is actually a quarry, kind of a labor quarry. So we are hoping to write a plugin that will allow high-profile prisoners to have to break blocks, 1,000 blocks or whatever to get out. So hopefully that'll keep people's behavior in check, because you don't want to be, oh look, cobblestone is your friend. That's like newspeak. All right, thank you, George Orwell. All right, now, there's a couple more builds beyond. I don't want to get into too much detail, but this is a cemetery. I'm not going to show you the details, but you can see it looks awesome. And there's a lot of interesting signs, shall we say, and tombstones. There's our friend, the arena. I won't go over there yet because you guys will have plenty of chances to see that when you're fighting. And I think there was only one other build that, and I don't know if I'm going the right way. Whoa, let's see. Yeah, no, hold on, it's this way. No. Am I there yet? Come on, where is it? There it is. Check this out. Now, this isn't quite yet. I think this is Shy's. There we go. Check this out. I feel like I'm on MTV Cribs. This is the build I was talking about earlier that's slightly, I don't want to say it's out of theme because it really is in theme. It looks a little more modern, like maybe 19th century instead of 18th century. But we're going to have some variation in the builds. We just want them to be cool and classy like this one, as opposed to, giant panda bears and lollipops. Now, those will be permitted, but like I said, probably in further outskirts. I'm not going to show you the MADMA zone. I'm going to let you guys find that on your own. That is a protected region, so you'll be unable to break blocks there, but you can visit and look around. And then finally, back to what started this whole video is the discussion about, well, when will the fan server open? By the time you see this video, the fan server should be open, so simply just rejoin. A lot of you asked, could I be whitelisted on the server? Well, the idea is no, because we're maintaining it, we're fixing it. But now that that maintenance is over, we're going to take the whitelist off. So there's no need to request being on the whitelist. I'll let you guys experience the castle as well on your own. I don't want to give away everything in the new map. But remember that now that the fan server's open, you've got easy access. You don't have to worry about whitelisting. And back to the other question, which is when will MADMA Season 10 start? We are going to attempt to build in some scenes in Season 10 that will allow fan server members on this particular server to participate in a MADMA episode. Now, you'll remember we did that once before, I believe in Season 8 or 9, with the flashback when Dad was working at the Redstone Lab testing ground with the EG Mark IV and destroying a bunch of animatronic dummies that were sent over by Disney. Now, those scenes are a little harder to do, but because we've integrated our MADMA map into the fan server map, we're going to be able to have certain sets of footage and different scenes that we can splice in and out of episodes. So it's hopefully going to make that a little easier. And that's one reason why we haven't started yet on MADMA Season 10, is because we've been trying to integrate both the fan server work as well as the MADMA Season 10 work. Also, as you probably know, right about the time I'm filming this, the skin database is being updated over a 2 or 3 day process. And so that's another thing that we want to avoid, is doing any kind of filming while the skin database is being mucked with and migrated. We had some issues before when there was a skin database error and bug, I guess you could say, and people were looking like Steve, and it was crazy, and we had to kind of explain it away, and we want to prevent that in the future if we can. Okay, well, there we go. All right, so that's it. Welcome to the Kingdom of Marsh. Take a nice look at that castle. Enjoy your stay. Follow the rules. I'm sure the admins will tell you that Joy Camp is no fun, even though George Orwell might tell you otherwise. We plan on expanding some of the builds here. There are some gaps, and remember, if you're lucky enough to be able to build in Marsh or the outskirts, you want to stick to the theme, which is this 18th and 17th century kind of look and feel. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. If by the time you watch this video, hopefully the fan server is open. If not, if there's some last minute glitch, don't worry. It won't be very long before you get a chance to join all the fun. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating on the fan server. Thanks to Daniel, Pure Dragon MC, and MC Pro Hosting for hosting really what is a great server. And I can't believe it's, 2 years old now. All right. Thanks, guys. And we'll see you around. Bye.